is Vealre Lavigne, and I'm a lactation consultant. And I'd like to share with you some insights and tips into dealing with the days that follow after birth. So in your preparation during your 9 months of pregnancy, this is when you're able to prepare yourself for this time. This too shall pass, and tomorrow is another day, but it's to get through today that is often the difficult thing for moms to do. So have your like toolbox of life-saving tools at hand. Make sure that you've communicated with family and friends, well-wishers, not to invade your space. If they want to bring something, they're welcome, but you just leave it at the door, just to give you time alone to get to grips and get to terms with this new motherhood gift that you've been given. And plan food. Make sure that the freezer is full of yummy stuff. Make sure that you have your water bottle, that you remain well hydrated, that you have easy snacks that you're able to grab, that you have lots of extra pillows. I really like soft, comfortable blankets that can be rolled up and shoved underneath elbows in support of breastfeeding positions. Don't worry about tidiness. Don't worry about keeping the place clean. Your focus is on yourself and on baby. And dad's role is there to support you feeding baby. So on day 3 or day 4, when breast milk starts coming in, those emotions will get better and you will stabilize. But should they carry on and you notice that you're having funny thoughts or funny imaginings, or you notice that something is just not right, you need to speak to somebody. I would definitely advise every woman to contact a lactation consultant, and also to make absolutely sure that the hospital that is your service provider has a lactation consultant on hand, that they see this as an important enough service to provide for their new moms, their clients. So if you notice something strange going on with your emotions, you need to be aware of this. So talk to somebody, please. Phone me, speak to a friend, speak to somebody that you will feel will be empathetic to your thoughts and not just shrug you off and say, don't be worried, don't be silly, you know, that's nothing, or you're imagining things. I have dealt with both postnatal blues in patients as well as psychosis. It's a very, very real thing. So you are able to manage it to a certain level, and the strategies that you implement can go a long way. Your mental attitude can really help you, and that is what you develop during your 9 months, connecting with baby, communicating. If you are finding it too hard to cope, then you need to do things that would relieve your situation. One of the areas that really challenge mothers is breastfeeding, and they feel really stressed out if they have to maybe give formula. If you've tried everything in your power to continue breastfeeding your baby, and it comes to a point where maybe you have to give a formula feed, maybe to get you over a bump, then let it be, because you want happy mommy, happy baby. So it's really adjusting your own attitude towards the issues that are happening around you that will help you a long way. So make sure that you are well nourished and that you're using that high-powered blender and juicer, and or get somebody else to maybe do some of these smoothies for you. And just know one thing though, that doesn't matter what you eat, the eventual success of producing enough milk is to feed your baby and have enough stimulation, because milk out is equal milk made. So even if you are hand expressing yourself just doing this kind of stimulation on an hourly, 2-hourly, 3-hourly basis, this stimulation is telling your hypothalamus to produce more prolactin, which produces breast milk. Your brain doesn't know this is your hand. It's there's a baby there, I need to make more milk. So that is why one of the rules, the second rule of towards successful breastfeeding is to feed, feed, feed. So if you are feeling a failure, you're wanting to also identify what it is that you are doing right. You know, if you do get one feed perfect, you've latched well, or you've noticed that you've stimulated, you've maybe been pumping or hand expressing, or your milk has built up, celebrate. Don't look at the negatives. Try and put those rose-tinted glasses on that always see the glass half full. But at the same time, recognize that if you are going through certain emotions which you are not coping with, please give me or any other lactation consultant a call. Somebody that you can speak to that can come and help you. So just coming back to hand expression, you've got your hands, you don't need electricity. If there's a disaster around you, you are still able to stimulate. And so it's important that you learn the skills of hand expression. However, a pump can really help you as well. So with a pump, you still need to do your breast massage. You do circular, stroking towards the nipple so that you are stroking down the milk ducts, and then giving a little bit of a shake. I just call it milk shake. And then taking a C hold and keeping your finger in and your thumb in one line with the nipple. It's not grabbing the breast, your whole breast around it, your hand around the breast. It's your fingertips and just on the outside of the areola, pushing in towards the tissue of the breast and then compressing. And you will change your hand around so that you have different milk ducts that are being compressed. There are about 8 to 19 milk ducts that open out onto the nipple. So there's no milk in the actual nipple, but you're wanting to stimulate your breasts. Now this is where the breast pump does help increase that stimulation. And there is a schedule called the power pump schedule, where you pump for 20 minutes, you rest for 10, you pump for 10, you rest for 10, and you pump for 10 again. But in between these periods, you are definitely still wanting to do your hand massage and your stimulation with your hand, and then you can go over to the breast pump. Talking about breast pumps, though, it's really important that you make sure that the flange is fitting properly. What do I mean by that? The base of the area of the pump that fits over your breast, maybe I can get a sample to show you, that needs to be 1 to 2 millimeters bigger than the base of your nipple. If it is too small, it's going to damage. If it's too big, it's going to cause damage, and it's not going to extract or pull out all the milk. Remember that there is still 25% of milk left in your breast even after baby has finished breastfeeding. So how your breast feels, if it is firm or if it's soft, is not necessarily an indication. So again, your mental attitude, don't upset yourself about things which may not be a real issue. You need to enjoy this wonderful new time, as exhausted as you are, as stressed out as you are, but just take a deep breath, try and see the positives. I want to give you some advice about getting together like a first aid kit, a survival kit. And some of the things that you need to have in there is witch hazel or witch hazel pads. Witch hazel is an astringent. It's very helpful for the perineal pain. Arnica, which is a fantastic for inflammation and bruising. And you want maybe a lignocaine spray. You want to be able to have a couple of Pampers that are just for your use, that you make wet. You put in the freezer and you put them around the boob when they're frozen, because that coldness can really be a relief if you are engorged, if you feel any kind of hot spot or a little bit of a lump, you need to massage down to make sure that if it is a blocked milk duct, that it is not going to turn into mastitis. So it's important during this time that you are healing your body, you are adjusting with your emotions, and you are learning how to be a mom, that you get to know your body, you utilize all the tricks that are available there that you can apply. You also want a stool softener to make sure that you are getting dad involved. So leave baby with dad and no criticisms. Leave dad, let him work his own way around, let him be butterfingers if necessary. Just praise him and support him as well. Baby may have siblings, other children in the household that may be wanting to do something and try something or give baby something, and it's a big kiss that actually pushes baby off the bed maybe, or nearly does. You need to manage all these in a positive way. So you may want to sing, you may want to dance, you may want to do some quiet meditation to help you just still yourself, to release the stress. Rescue remedy is a flower remedy. They're little tablets that also help to calm one. And sharing, speaking to your partner, is one of the best remedies to be able to overcome the stresses after a baby is born. You will do beautifully. You really will manage exceptionally well, I promise you. Trust yourself, listen to your intuition, and share the love. So when you are pumping, you want to make sure that the diameter inside the flange here is just a little bit bigger, 1 to 2 mils only, bigger than the base of the nipple. Okay, so you can see, I don't know if you will be able to see, but this flange is too big for this nipple. Whereas this fits better. So you will pump, 20 minutes, relax for 10. Pump for 10, relax for 10, pump for 10. And before you start pumping, always remember to be doing your circular hand massage, because underneath here, you've got your alveoli, you've got your milk ducts. So circular, stroke, your milkshake, and then very important, and the moms really struggle with this, you need to get your hand and in a C shape, finger and thumb in line with the nipple, and you press into the breast tissue. You're not stretching, and you're not pulling. You're simply pushing into the breast tissue, and then what I call a shui shui. You just bring your fingers and your thumb towards each other behind the areola, because you are compressing the milk ducts. And then you relax, and then you do it again. Chest, compress, relax. Chest, compress, relax. If you have any problems, you're able to, I'm sure, leave us questions and contact me, and there are lots of lactation consultants who would be only too willing to help you. I'm sure you'll be doing just great.